After her little son Lux lost his first competitive wrestling event, Kailyn Lowry broke down in tears. With twins to take care of right now, the famous teen mom won't have much time to grieve. Lux, Kailyn's 6-year-old son, participated in the competition over the weekend, she revealed. With 7 children already, the 31-year-old shared pictures from the occasion on her Instagram stories, with her son looking dapper in his red and black wrestling uniform. Lux was head down in the center of the ring, kneeling. "I'd ugly cried about this 1-second match, and he lost but put up a hell of a fight, and my friend coached him through the whole thing," Kailyn said in the caption. "So appreciative and proud of him." But in the next story, when she published a picture of Lux with a medal around his neck, her sobs gave way to happy ones. The toddler stood on some homemade stairs that functioned as a podium and grinned proudly. Below him was a label that stated Lux had placed 3rd in the New Year's Brawl competition. She exclaimed in the caption, "First tournament was so fun and he's excited for the next one." Since revealing that her 1-year-old son Rio is having a terrifying operation, Kailyn has been going through a roller coaster of emotions. This comes after her terrifying revelation that her baby was born prematurely and spent 8 weeks in the neonatal intensive care unit, NICU. The former reality star shared a picture of Rio arriving at the hospital late last week. Elijah Scott, his father, held the toddler's hands to assist him walking. In the picture, Elijah's hand was covering Rio's face. Kailyn included a question area and asked her admirers for assistance. The former cast member of Teen Mom 2 revealed, "Rio is getting tubes in his ears this morning." Her admirers were asked, "What to expect after, and did you do anything special when the anesthesia wore off?" Following the slide on Instagram, Kailyn shared a video announcing that Rio had recently had a very bad case of pink eye, and 3 of her children suffer from the condition. Kailyn said, "3 of my kids are at the pediatrician this morning and Rio is at the hospital." With her 25-year-old partner Elijah, Kailyn is currently the mother of 3 children, twins born this month and a son named Rio who was born in November 2022. In addition to the 3 children she has with Elijah, Kailyn is also the mother to Lincoln, age 9, and Isaac, age 13, who she shares with her ex-boyfriend Joe Rivera. Along with Lux, 6, and Creed, 3, she also has an ex-boyfriend named Chris Lopez. Kailyn gave her fans an update on Rio's birth tale last month. Elijah was seated next to and gazing down at his newborn baby, who was laying in a hospital bed hooked up to oxygen, in the first photo she shared on social media. The image that followed showed Kailyn cuddling her infant during his intubation. Kailyn appeared to be cuddling her infant extremely tenderly while donning a mask. She also uploaded another picture of the NICU's medical supplies without Rio. The baby was surrounded by a group of medical professionals and nurses in the last image. Not long after Rio's birth, they seemed to be administering medical treatment and doing testing. A year later, we finally get to tell Rio's birth story, she wrote as the post's caption. In her podcast, Barely Famous, Kailyn talked about her 5th child's pregnancy and her experiences. The entire program included the couple talking into detail about how they found out she was pregnant, how they bought multiple pregnancy tests, how they had their first ultrasound, and how they gave delivery. Elijah described the first doctor's appointment. "We went together, and based on the tiny app she was using to track the pregnancy, you were meant to be 6 or 7 weeks along when we were there in the room. The ultrasonography tech entered, completed the scan, and remained silent throughout. You kept asking her, 'Is there a heartbeat?' And you sobbed all weekend after she replied, 'No, I can't find one.' They confirmed the physicians had discovered a heartbeat, and she was indeed pregnant when they returned for another ultrasound session in the next weeks." Declaring that they hardly got to see him as he came out, Kailyn described the birth as traumatizing and clarified that she only got to hold him for maybe 3 seconds. Rio was sent right away to the NICU, and the celebrity claimed that about 6 nurses had hands on him at that time. Kailyn stated, "I was so upset," while crying. "It was really frightening, and I was beside myself when I told you that." She was so furious, according to Elijah, that he didn't have a chance to cry and process the birth of his baby.